We find ourselves 6 months before our current story. We see ourselves back at the RuneCon Convention Center, but this is for something a whole lot different. Off in the Emerald Sea, we see 3 islands, amongst them a plethora of races, and a plethora of clans. The Tabaxi are there, but there are also others. 2 notable ones being the Bazari, a Beefolk tribe, and the Barians, a bear tribe. They've been at war for decades now, but they always come together for one very important event. HoneyCon! A convention for honey lovers, honey makers, honey buyers, honey anything. We got honey candy, we have honey shirts, we have honey candles. If it can be done, there is honey something here. And more importantly, there is a grand prize this year. A briefcase full of concentrated honeyum, valued at 5 million gold. And that's no surprise to those who come seeking. We find ourselves right outside of HoneyCon. An armored truck pulls up, 7 guards surround it, and one lady opens the back and grabs the single briefcase. As she walks in, she walks past the entrance, and there she sees a 6-foot grizzly bear making balloon animals for the children. As the guards walk past and the lady with the briefcase, you see the balloon animal maker look over and smile for a moment before going back to their duties. Zoe, would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah. So there's an individual wearing like khaki capris, like a flat cap, clown shoes, a clown bow, a sweater vest with like a polka dot shirt underneath, and they're just like making little balloon animals for the people coming in. Some people like them, some people don't. That's Bobby Lazar.
Then, as they walk into the lobby, you see they clear everyone to the edges. But this doesn't much matter for the polar bear that's been sitting on a bench. You see a polar bear reading a newspaper in a trench coat. Something peculiar. The newspaper has 2 eye holes cut out of it. As the newspaper lowers, you see a polar bear wearing 2 hats. A bowler hat, and on top of that, a fez. Noah, would you like to introduce your character?
No, it's Nikolai. Ivan was my father. Nikolai Rachmaninoff. Polar bear. Designated muscle. Expertise, swimming. Michael Phelps has nothing on me.
Michael Phelps is canon in this world now.
Michael Phelps is a penguin.
And lastly, as they walk past them through the lobby, you see the entrance to the bathroom. You were never a fan of public restrooms, and honestly, no one would blame you. And no finer example can be shown than the public restrooms at HoneyCon. Paper towels all over the floor, counters completely wet, several stalls rendered unusable. But you could get past all of that if it wasn't for the bear that's been talking to himself in the mirror for the past 30 minutes.
My name is Gumbo Judas, son of Dumbo Judas. I'm the driver for this, and I'm a little bit nervous. I've been sitting here talking. I don't even know why I'm in here. We're supposed to be shitting in the woods, but instead they got this white thing for my asshole. I tripped walking in. I got covered in everything, and yeah, now we're here.
We flash back to 3 weeks earlier. You are all sitting in the back of a downtown smoky jazz bar. The 3 of you are sitting around a table. You've barely met each other. And you see, in the middle of the table, a runestone. And you hear a voice that has been anonymized.
Gentlemen, I find myself in need of currency. I feel like all of you feel the same way, since you're all here. I have assembled you all because I think you are the exact perfect team for this. At HoneyCon, there will be concentrated honeyum, registered at 5 million gold. Do this job well, you'll all get your takes. Do we understand?
Nikolai understands.
I'm here for the ride. Here we go.
I mean, yeah. Are we gonna talk about how much?
Yeah, what's my cut in on this?
Nikolai is also curious.
I feel like we need to not worry about this right now. We need to make a plan first. Now I know that all of you have a perfect plan, so let's hear it.
And we find ourselves back at the convention center 3 weeks later. The case has about 2.5 minutes until it makes it to the vault.
Okay.
You can try to get it now, or you can try to get it when there's when there's less guards and it's just in the vault. Up to you guys. You guys have, of course, already figured this out. But before we continue, I would like to real quick explain the rules of this game. We are playing Honey Heist here in our monthly bonus content that we have not named at the time yet of recording this. And Honey Heist is a very simple game. There are 2 parts to it. 1, you have a very particular plan that requires precise timing, and 2, you are a goddamn bear. Now, the way this game works is you have 2 stats. Each start with 3 points in them. You have bear. When you use your bear stat, you are trying to do things like scare people, growl, use your physical strength, things bears would do. When you are trying to use your criminal stat, your second stat, you are trying to do something like sneak through a hallway, disable some sort of technology, just things criminals may do. Anytime you fail a roll, you get frustrated, and you lose a point in criminal and gain a point in bear. Whenever you do something successfully, you feel this rush of excitement, and you gain a point in criminal and lose a point in bear. If you become full bear or full criminal, the game for you is over. If there is one more way to change your stats, but more or less they're going to be rolling d6s and trying to get their score for that stat or less each time. And should you guys need to try to gain new points in bear or criminal as time goes on, we will address how to do that later. But for now, I'd like to get started with our main man, Gumbo.
All right, well, Gumbo, after sacking himself up in the bathroom, this bathroom has a good amount of energy in it. It makes me feel like I got some confidence in here. Like maybe other people in the future will also do the same thing.
One more thing I want to make very clear. I don't know how bad of an idea this is, but this is a canon prequel to the main story.
Calvin, I have a secret plan to make it a horrible idea.
I'm so ashamed. Gumbo, what are you doing?
So Gumbo is exiting out of the bathroom. He's feeling good about himself. He got that stride. He got his bolo hat just right above the eyebrows. Not a good look, but it's the only one I know.
Oh yeah, all 3 of them got hats, if you want to all explain your hats.
Bolo hat.
I have an orange flat cap.
Nikolai has 2 hats, the bowler hat and the fizz. Bowler hat first, fizz on top of bowler hat. Both hats are on top of Nikolai's head.
Nikolai is a polar bear, Gumbo is a black bear, and Zoe's character I keep forgetting the name of is a grizzly bear.
Bobby. It's so easy to remember. It's just Bobby.
Gumbo, what are you doing? I asked for the 3rd time.
Gumbo is walking out of the bathroom. He sees everyone parting ways for this briefcase. And what Gumbo attempts to do is right off the back just like walk and sneeze, like pretend to sneeze, and see if he can like knock one of the guards down right off the back. Like my goal is pretend to sneeze hard enough that I knock out a guard on impact.
So this is more of a deception than it is trying to use your actual like strength. So I'm going to say roll a criminal roll.
Okay, and I have to get under 3 for now at least. Like,
You have to get 3 or under.
3 or under. I got a 4.
You go to sneeze, you go, and they go, and you see just instantly a guard holds out like a tissue and catches the fake sneeze, and they go, move it along, and they toss the tissue against you and keep going.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm just wiping my nose as I'm like, I guess surveying of like where it's going at this point, even though we know where it's going.
They seem to be heading towards the elevator that takes things to the 2nd story. Nikolai, I believe you're the next closest person to the action.
Yes. Nikolai puts down his newspaper, folds it up nicely, puts it into trench coat. Nikolai trails the briefcase to the elevator.
Okay. Are you trying to do so stealthily or just pretty obviously?
He is a bear in a trench coat. How much attention could he attract?
I guess roll a criminal roll.
That is a 6.
You're walking along, and another guard who turns around goes, hold on. That's the most suspicious shit I've ever seen. Back up.
Nikolai does not know what you are talking about.
Come on, back up, and they separate from the rest of the group, and they're trying to, like, lead you backwards. Do you comply?
Yes.
You're a bear in a trench coat following us. There's not... You could not have been more obvious. I'll let you off. You might have just been suspicious looking, but just leave things be.
That is racial profiling. I do not appreciate.
This is a fun game called Am I Allowed to Include Bear Racism in My World? I think I will. Listen, say what you want about it, but it works. Now back up.
Jeez.
The views played in this podcast are not the views expressed by any of the people playing. Thank you very much.
Yes, so Nikolai does like back up like 2 or 3 paces.
Balloon Bobby, what you up to?
So, like, making a balloon animal, and I slip, and I let the balloon go, hoping it'll fly in the direction that the guards and the lady are, so I can, like, walk over to pick up the balloon and engage in conversation.
I guess that's a criminal role. I don't think bears do that.
No, they don't.
Bears don't make balloon animals?
4.
A 4.
Oh my goodness. So reminder that the people who have failed, which are all of you, have now gained a point in bear and lost a point in criminal. So you all are now 4 bear, 2 criminal. So you make a balloon animal and you gently let it go, and the wind brushes and it flies in the opposite direction than you intended.
Oh, no! God, no! I have to get that!
Flashback to the smoky jazz bar.
Alright, the plan is perfect. Step 1, pretend to sneeze. When that goes wrong, we'll have the polar bear follow after. When that goes wrong, we'll have the balloon animal person, Bobby, send balloon animals in their direction. When that goes wrong, we all know what we'll do next.
Who wants to do something next?
Nikolai will go to stairwell and try to race the elevator.
I guess that... So you wait till they all get in the elevator, and as the door closes, you start sprinting up the stairs. I want you to do a bear roll for me. You need to get a 4 or below.
5.
Oh my fucking god, you are the most incompetent team I've ever seen. So you're on... Okay, so as soon as the elevator closes, you're not quite to the staircase yet, and you get on all 4s, and you just start fucking sprinting up there. But about the halfway point, you slip and stumble, and you fall for a minute, and by the time you actually collect yourself and get back up, the suitcase is past the elevator now.
Alright, Gumbo, just like, now, like, is there a way, like, is it like a loft? Like, can we see it? Or is it like, I cannot see the 2nd floor now?
You cannot, no. Not in this particular area. In the lobby, you can see, like, up the several floors, but not near the elevator. One more. Nikolai, there are guards to the 2nd area, and they're like, alright, if you'd like to come up, I just need to see your media badge, your visitor badge, or your VIP badge.
Yes, of course. Starts ruffling, like looking around in my.
You do have a weekend badge, but that is not the normal thing. That's not the thing that'll get you up here. Basically, you need to be working for the convention in some way.
Right. Nikolai pulls out the badge and just kind of flashes it, and it puts it back into the trench coat.
The weekend badge?
Just like trying to like, oh yeah, I have a badge. That's cool. If it is okay, Nikolai should be here. It's cool. Just really fast.
Okay, so before you do this, I do want you to know that not only would you need to roll a 1 on a 6-sided die because your criminal roll is currently at 1 point, but if you fail, you'll go full bear and already be out of the game. So, and there is a way to get out of this for free, and that's what we're going to talk about. If you are too much bear and you need to become more criminal, all you need to do is flash back to when you were making the plan and do something in the plan that's interesting enough that I will award you a point in criminal. And if you are too criminal and you need to bear up, you need to consume some honey. So before you do this roll, unless you want to possibly lose already.
Nah, I'm not gonna lose. Nah.
So you either cannot do this, or you can flash back and tell me your funny part of your plan that's foolproof and definitely wouldn't go wrong.
Absolutely. Well, clearly it will need some kind of insurance policy, yes? So what will happen is that before the honey gets to the convention center, I will find someone who looks important enough. I will tie them up, put them in a closet, and take their super cool backstage pass. Or whatever it is called. I will know it when I see it. It's an insurance policy.
I will not only give you a point back in criminal, but I will say that yes, you have the badge. Having said that, these badges do have pictures of the owner's faces on them, so you still have to roll to try to get past. So you need a 2 or a 1.
1!
Nice.
You flash
success.
it. And
Wait.
you are smart, Nikolai, and you happened to make sure that it was another polar bear. So you just flash it, and this bee folk does let you through. He goes, okay, I guess you can come through then. Just be careful up here. Just a lot of don't want any trouble.
Be careful. That's his attempt at comedy. Working on people skills.
You're very bad at it. You have room for improvement.
Thank you. I will take notes.
You do continue to follow the briefcase and the people within it. What's going on downstairs?
What kind of bear is Bobby?
Grizzly.
Bobby's a grizzly.
Bobby's
I'm a
all right.
6-foot grizzly.
Do I see any like grizzly bear? Because like I'm inside and Bobby's not. Do I see any grizzly bears that work around me? That like employees?
In the lobby, there is behind the desk, the reception desk, where people like reserve their hotel rooms. You do see one bear and one bee folk.
One bear and one bee folk.
Yes, one of each, and that bear folk is a grizzly.
Okay, I walk up. All right, Bobby walks up to the desk and says, "Excuse me, I just came.
Yeah, what can I do for you, sugar?
I just had a quick question," and then I fake sneeze again.
Yeah, what do you need?
I fake sneeze, and as I'm like whipping sneezing, I'm trying to grab his tag, off of him.
Roll a criminal check.
I need a 2 or a 1. That's a 2.
You guys are actually not failing.
Do I go up in criminal now that I succeeded?
Yes.
Or, okay, all right.
When you succeed, you go up in criminal. When you fail, you go up in bear.
So I'm back to 3 and 3. All right. So I fake sneeze. I grab his tag, and I just kind of sit up.
You have the tag now.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, excuse me. I went to the wrong place. I gotta go. I gotta meet somebody, and I run.
It's very impolite to sneeze on someone. That's very gross. Can you go give me a tissue? The bear says to the bee folk. Coming right up.
How
And
big
she
are the
goes
bee
and
folk,
gets-
by the way? Are they bee?
No, they're not bee-sized at all. They're like human-sized bees.
Oh God, that's horrifying.
They're human-sized bees.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, have y'all watched One Punch Man?
Yes.
Slightly less sexy version of what Goon just remembered.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about the wasp
Mosquito
lady.
lady.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Mosquito.
That but it's bee colored and it's a little less sexy.
I hate you.
A little less sexy.
I said I hate you.
I run out and give Bobby the tag, and I'm like, you know what to do from here. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then, all right. So, but then I start pulling like the car up to like one of the loading docks. That's like the closest
Okay.
loading dock to the front door.
All right. Yeah, you see people unloading different honey products and what have you. And as you get towards the front of the loading dock, you do see a Bizarria that is he kind of flags you down and he goes, "Hey, bud, what you dropping off here?"
No. I'm not dropping off. I'm coming to get trash. You guys have so much trash every year. We empty it out as we go. I'm coming to pick up trash.
Why don't you have a trash truck then?
This
What
is-
are you driving? And you can't say trash truck, I guess. If you say trash truck, I expect a flashback of you saying that you're going to get a trash truck.
All right, then, yeah, quick flashback. of like, all right, guys, so, and just so we're all on page, I'm going to borrow my old man, my pop's trash truck. He does like the city garbage disposal. I'll borrow the trash truck. I'll bring it right to the loading dock, and then they'll let me sit and wait for more trash to be loaded in. We have like a 20-minute window before that truck fills up.
I just realized something important.
What?
It's a trash cart. This is fantasy.
Wait,
There's not cars yet. I'm not canonizing cars yet.
Are we not? We have smartphones and we're not canonizing cars? Okay.
No, we're not doing cars yet.
That
Smartphones were because of technology advances in very specific
That
places.
makes my one job as a driver so much more difficult. Wait, but we're talking bears. Do the horses talk?
No, these aren't sentient horses.
Damn. Okay. All right.
It's like the difference between a tabaxi and a cat.
Okay. So I pull my trash cart up, and I guess because it's just a cart, it just says trash on the side. That's all it says. I've been told to wait here, and y'all just throw the trash in the back, and we'll load it up. I'll go drop it off at the city dump. Come on back when you're done.
Roll a criminal check.
Criminal check. Let's go. All right. I'm feeling this. I feel like I bullshitted enough to get this roll. I got a 6.
And as you're doing that, you do see that they are filling several trash trucks up already. Like, no, bud, they already came through. You can come back if you have a good reason, all right? We only allow people loading or unloading stuff from here, and we already got our trash people. So why don't you scram? Get out of here!
What if I refuse?
Well, then we have a whole nother roll on our hands.
What? All right.
Why don't you...
Would intimidation be a bear thing?
Yes, it would.
All right. Then what I am going to do in response to that is just like...
One of you is good at intimidation. Which one of you is it?
Oh,
okay,
shit.
it's not Bradley. That's the important thing.
I'm good at climbing.
If you have expertise in something, then you can roll 2 and take the lower one. Lower is better, obviously.
Okay. I can't figure out how to work climbing into this scenario yet.
It's okay. Fucking Nikolai has swimming.
Nikolai has most useless skill.
I'm not gonna blow my cover. I'll back out. I'll just be like, oh, I'm sorry. I went to the wrong loading dock maybe. I hope you have a good one. And I leave.
So Bobby is taking the balloon cart up to the second floor, looking for a security office. I'm taking the elevator with my ID.
I gave them an ID.
Yeah, you have a guest badge, but not like a...
She has a vendor badge. She's a balloon.
Oh, she's a vendor. You're a vendor.
Oh, then why'd I go get the ID?
I didn't know why I needed the idea, but now I have both. So I go up to the second floor with my badge, my vendor badge, and I'm like, I'm here. I gotta go set up.
Okay, you do see Nikolai also walking up.
Oh, there's my crew. I need them.
We flash back to the jazz bar.
And at this point, I expect all 3 of you to be upstairs perfectly fine. I have no doubt that you will all make it up.
Back at the actual convention, we see you 2 up here, and we see Gumbo outside the window backing up because there was no easy way to turn around without going inside. So he's backing the cart up. Horses are very bad at going backwards, but they're handling it. They just have to. It's awkward. In my world, horses can back up easily. It's the thing they're good at.
It's the only noise a horse makes. It's just they'll neigh, and every once in a while just beep,
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 beep.
beep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As they're backing up.
That is canon, and don't ever let us forget it.
We've canonized so much dumb shit.
It's
I made
brilliant.
such a bad choice making this prequel canon.
Or the best choice.
Anyway, back at it again. Who wants to act next?
I take my trolley and cart and I try to find a security room. And I don't know if Nikolai's coming with me, but
I'm gonna say at this point, you have 30 seconds before the suitcase is in the vault. So you're going to a security room instead?
I am going to the security room.
Okay, you do find a security room, and outside there are 2 security guards.
Nikolai will join her.
I just text Gumbo up like, hey, just scale the building, you doof.
So you do see there are a bunch of windows, but one window is blacked out, and your bear brain can barely deduce that that's the security room. As you guys walk towards the security room, you can see the door is currently open, even though there's a guard in front. And you do see one guy spray painting the rest of the window black.
Hey, you know what would make that a lot easier?
What will make that a lot easier?
Just hang a bunch of balloons. I can help you. You can just hang a bunch of balloons there, and then if somebody comes in, you'll hear it.
Do you have black balloons?
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them. I just open the bottom of my thing, and it's only half filled for plot reasons later, but half of it is just filled with like a bunch of different balloons. I just pull out a box of black balloons.
For the emo children.
Roll, I guess, a criminal check.
I got a 2.
Is that a pass?
Yeah.
I don't know what your current score
Yeah,
is.
my criminal is 2 right now.
Oh, so you pass. So it's now up to 3. All right, you can come in, but I'm keeping an eye on you. And he turns
great.
around.
My buddy's gonna come in too because I need his help.
I'll allow Nikolai to come in. So yeah, do you actually start putting window?
I start
balloons?
blowing up balloons. I'm not sticking them up yet. I'm just blowing them up.
Meanwhile, outside is Gumbo scaling the building.
Let's go for my old man. For Pops. Yeah, I got a 2.
Give us your internal climbing monologue.
I swear, Pops, I'll get the money to bail you out. I know you weren't the one that tried to steal the honey last year. I know it wasn't you, but I need it now.
It was 100% him, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's so circular. I love it.
But my goal is to burst through the window as hard as I can to fuck up any guard that were there. I might hit, actually, Bobby, now that I say this out loud, but I don't.
Roll a bear check.
All right. So now I'm back down to 3. I got a 1.
Woo!
And I lost my pen.
So you guys are, I will say that it's hard to say you succeed based on what's about to happen, but you do the thing you were trying to do. So you're like scaling up the wall, and you just somehow very anime-like, you like jump away from the window, but like the gravity pulls you back in.
I got one
like
paw on the window, and I like somersault my way
yeah.
into it.
And you smash through, and you knock over Nikolai and Bobby. And as I said, there are security guards in here, and one watching you.
Nicola, go!
Nikolai goes full bear.
Let out your bear rage and roll a bear check.
Bear rage. Bear check. 5.
So, just real quick, because this is relevant, you all got a descriptor. For example, Gumbo is incompetent. What is Zoe? What is Bobby?
I am retired.
And what is Ice Bear?
Nikolai is washed up.
So Nikolai, you are the muscle for this operation, but in the 3 weeks you were supposed to bulk back up, you didn't. So you're kind of like a bit chubby these days, and you like swing around, and one of the security guards ducks. They gotta punch you, you'll hold your arm up, and this kind of goes on for a minute before you just get exhausted.
Nikolai should have had more.
And, the security guards go to detain both Gumbo and Nikolai.
Seeing this, I pop a balloon trying to get people's attention, like startle people, and then I turn to the guards and I just go, "You can't handle him."
Is that intimidation?
Yes. Do I roll
check
2?
with advantage? Yeah, that was a good bear voice.
Thanks. For bear, I pass. I got a 4 and I have a 4 in bear.
They go, oh fuck! And the 2 guards that went to detain Gumbo fall to the ground for a moment on their hands, and as they're starting to give up, that gives you guys a moment to run.
Can we? All right, quick flashback.
Flashback.
All right, so when we're all in the room, we'll probably have some security guards in there. I think one of us should run out and to get to the vault door, and the other 2 of us, we lock the door so nobody can get in or out. Hacker does their job, open up the vault. You, Muscle, go in, get that shit. I'll climb back down and get the cart ready to go.
Point and criminal, by the way.
I have 5 criminal, 1 bear.
Nice.
Oh, if you pass your next roll and you don't consume honey before then, you go full criminal and you have to betray the party.
Nikolai is now full bear tilt running down the hallway.
To clarify, we're locking the guards in the security room with us?
I'm still in the room in case the cards get up, so I can try to fuck them up. Or other ideas I have.
I do like to imagine that it's not some sort of complex lock. You just like put a little deadbolt, like, and you flick the little doorknob lock to vertical or horizontal or whatever it is in this particular one. You run out towards the vault, and there was a security guard outside the building, outside of the room I mentioned, and he's chasing after you, but you're a bear, and he's a bee. So he's like flying after you. By the time you see the vault at the end of the hallway, I want you to do a bear roll to try to outrun this bee.
Currently, my bear is at 4. 3.
All right.
I succeed
You
at
outrun
bear.
it. You make it. So you're going, and you see a vendor pulling out a cart of honey candies that are shaped to look like cabbages. And
Why?
you turn around, because why not? You turn around and you smack the cart over, so it's all across the hallway. This bee folk kind of freaks out. He goes, my cabbages!
I knew it. I knew it.
And the security guard gets stuck on the other side of the cabbage candy spill.
I imagine this was some kind of epic, like, knee slide with a karate chop action.
Yeah, you knee slide, you hit it behind you.
Nikolai still
and then-
got it.
And you make it to the vault. The vault is currently closed. I do want to make that clear. You guys took a lot more than 30 seconds to climb the side of the
This is cool.
building. So the security guards are getting up, and some of them start to like hold up like little balls of fire and stuff because it's a fantasy world that has
course.
not guns. I've decided, and 2 of them have like swords, and they're like, "What's your business? What's the big idea?"
I look at Bobby. Bobby, you take care of what you gotta do. I'll take care of mine. And I want to grab one of them.
We're right here.
If you need help,
Trust me,
just,
I know.
Just say uncle.
Uncle?
If you need help, just say uncle.
And I want to grab. There are 2 guards in here with me, or 3? I think
There
are 2.
are 2. Yeah, there was 2 in the room and 1 outside the room that
All right.
chased after.
I grab one of them by the collar and I throw that motherfucker out the window that I already rolled.
Roll a bear check.
Bear check. I have 1 in bear.
So if you pass, I want to point out, if you pass, you're going to betray the party.
But there's no fucking honey in this room, I'd assume. Or is there honey in this room? Wait, is it bears or bee folk in this room right now?
There are two, I keep forgetting there are only bears and bees here. There is one of each. You are holding the bee in your hand.
We're gonna take a really dark turn and I apologize. Does eating the bee count as honey?
Fuck yeah it does. Fuck yeah it does.
All right, not killing it, just like he like reaches up, you're like, "What's your business here?" And I just want to like bite like his like forearm, just take a chunk out
Take
of
a
that.
chunk out of his arm.
Why is a bee honey?
They
I'll allow it because
shake it
it's
down.
carnal
Shake the bee
and
down.
bear-like. It's carnal and bear-like. I'll allow it.
It made sense in my brain, and I'm so
I'll
glad
allow
Calvin is a
it.
nice DM.
I'll allow it.
All right.
I'll allow this fucking tomfoolery.
Wait, do I have to roll to take a bite?
That's just part of your bear roll.
Oh, that's
No, fuck it. Yeah, we'll say that you for sure take a bite out of this guy.
Okay.
So you're now up to 2 bear.
all right. I now have 2 bear, and after I've taken bite, I want to throw him out window. I bite and throw. Okay. Now I have 2 in bear, and I got a 2. So this motherfucker gets thrown.
All right, you're back to 5 and 1. But other than that, so you throw him out the window, and then the other one's a bear folk, and they're like, "Oh fuck, that was mean.
I look at
You're
him
under
and say,
arrest." Like,
I look at him and say, "Stay down."
roll another bear roll.
I kind of hope I fail so I don't turn on the party. But my name is Judas, so I guess
Gabriel, Gumbo Judas.
I did fail.
Okay. No. He shoots a fireball at you. I guess it'd be another bear roll to dodge it, I guess.
Can I take it in the chest and go out this window? Because I got to get out the window anyways. Or will I just die? Will I just die
No,
if I do this fall?
I will say you won't die. I'll say that you like, since you know that you're just gonna take it, you like grab the side of the window so you have something to hold on to. And it looks like you go flying out the window, but you're actually just hanging right underneath.
Okay. All right. My job is done.
And
Not really, actually.
He then looks over to to Bobby.
I just like roar, then like, and I just like charge to throw him out the window after Gumbo.
Roll a bear check. Roll a bear check.
I got a 1.
You got it. Yes.
So you like rush at him. He's like, the fuck? And you just fucking throw him out the window. So you just see fly past you the bear that just hit you with a fireball, and you hear him hit the ground with a loud cracking noise right next to the bee folk you threw out a few seconds ago. By this point, the convention center is on red alert. Cops are inbound. So you need to start acting fast.
I just muttered to myself, I'm like, I'm too old for this. And I go over to the computer and I'm just like, I'm trying to hack to get the vault open, and at the same time I'm trying to like get the security footage deleted.
Roll a criminal check.
Can I do a flashback first? We're sitting in the jazz bar and we're just like, I've been out of the business for a little bit, so I might not fully know how to use the newfangled technology, but in the case of failure, I'll just reset everything. I'll just turn it off and turn it back on again.
Give yourself a point in criminal.
Great.
For having the
So
balls
dumb.
to look at me, your dungeon master, your honey master, and say, I'm just gonna turn it off and back on again.
I got a 4, so I didn't pass.
We cut back to Nikolai, who's sitting there, like, looking at the vault, and you still see, like, a little red light on it. And then, we cut back to Bobby.
Back to me again.
You're turning it off and back on. In this time, you start to hear people slamming on the security door. Open up! We're gonna fucking get you!
I can't figure it out. How do you open a door? And I'm like trying to turn the thing off.
Okay, you just unplug it and plug it back in. What is Gumbo up to?
I know. I'm running to the getaway cart now.
I want you to roll a bear check to climb down without falling at any point. But you do get advantage because you're climbing skill.
That was both of them failed.
What were they both? Because I think you just said they're both 6s.
No, they were a 4 and a 5.
Okay.
And I have
Bradley,
2 in bear.
I will cut you off. Give me the mental monologue as you climb down.
All right, Pops. We're halfway through it. I trust the hacker. I know he can get that vault open.
And you, as you're saying that, you miss a step and you fall back.
Ah, fuck.
And
Pops!
You do land on top of the bee and bear folk, but you do break one of your legs. Meanwhile, back at Nikolai. Safe's not open yet. Cabbage is almost cleaned up. Back over to Bobby. No, it's back on. You just need to hack it again. More criminal. Woo! So you see the vault light turn from red to green, Nikolai, and it starts to open. There's no such thing as a perception check in this world, but I want you to roll just a 6-sided die. We're freeballing it. We're cabin balling it.
4.
This wasn't a passing or a failing roll. This was just my version of a perception check. So we're not going to say you failed anything, but as you open it up, you see on the other end of the room, with a single light on the other side of this vault, you see a suitcase, a briefcase, black, and on the side of it, it says concentrated honium.
Nikolai is going to step with caution. Because
roll a criminal check. I realized that I kind of spoiled something by making you roll a perception, but
got a 2.
I will give you this and this only. And Zoe, you see this on the security cam. I rolled before the show 2 security features of this convention center. As you start to walk through, you hear a beep all of a sudden. As you look down, you see several holes open up in the ground, and some sort of green smoke comes up because this place has a laser grid and poisonous gas. And as you are like, basically there's no real way you're gonna get out of here. Nikolai, you have just enough mental strength and physical strength to grab that suitcase and throw it out of the vault before you pass. Will you do it?
Yes!
So Nikolai sees the poisonous gas. He's so frustrated, he goes full bear. He gets down on all fours and he starts fucking running to the other side of the room. He grabs the briefcase in his teeth. He thinks, you start to run back. You think you can make it. You think you can get there. And you finally pass out. You hit the ground and you see the suitcase in the cameras, Bobby. And you do not see Nikolai leave the vault with it.
I immediately grab my trolley. As I open the door, I burst out hoping to knock anyone out of the way, and I'm headed to the vault.
Roll a bear check.
3 and a 3, I got it.
All right. You, as you like burst your way through, you hit the security guard, you hit the honey cabbage salesman, and you make it to the other end with a briefcase. You make it to the other end of the room where the briefcase is. You start to see an elevator of 7 guards open up on the other side of the room. They are equidistant from the security room as you are, where the broken window is. How are you getting out of here?
Bobby grabs the suitcase, shoves it in the trolley, gets back to the security room and tries to beat them there and throws the trolley out the window.
Roll a bear check.
I got a 2. Was that bear or criminal?
That was bear.
Yep, I pass.
Okay, yeah, you start running, you jump on the trolley. As you're getting towards the security room, you slam one of your feet down, causing you to turn around, and you throw the trolley out the window. Do you go with it?
Flashback. Alright, so after shit goes down, maybe we lose 1 or 2 of us. We know the cost of what we're doing. I will back the trash car up, now filled with trash. It's not filled with trash, unfortunately, but now filled with trash, back to the building so you can jump and land safely in my cart, and then we hightail it the fuck out of there.
I'm not going. I'm not jumping. It doesn't matter what was... Bobby's not jumping. Bobby's afraid of heights. This is not happening for Bobby.
You throw the trolley. The trolley is now in the back of the cart.
Jesus fucking...
And now, you are stuck in a security room where the only way out is down with 7 security guards. What do you do?
Hey, you want a balloon animal? I can make you a balloon animal, you know. As I'm saying this, I just text Gumbo, I'm like, do what you will.
I have to think right now if I go back for people or not. Yeah, no, I don't.
The cart lands in the back of the car. You don't see Nikolai. You don't see Bobby. You see
out.
Bobby all of a sudden in the window backing up, and you see your phone ring, and it says, do what you have to. And as you drive away in the window, you see Bobby being tackled by 7 men. We flash back to the jazz bar.
Alright, so I think that plan's gonna be perfect. You can all go, and we'll see you all in 3 weeks.
And we see Nikolai get up. We see Bobby get up. We see Gumbo get up. And as you all start to leave the room, Gumbo, you are leaving last. And you hear the voice go,
Wait. Gumbo, wait.
Well, yes, sir.
Sit down.
Oh, yes, sir.
You and I both know that the other 2 people here aren't going to be able to make it out of this. One of them's washed up, the other's retired. I want you to make sure that we are the only ones splitting this money. Are you understood?
Understand completely, sir. Pa, I'm coming for you. I got it, Pa. We got this. And I send a gif of me tipping my bolo cap to Bobby and Nicola.
We see Gumbo driving away. He smiles, he holds his phone up, and he sends a message. As he does, we flash back to Bobby being tackled in slow motion. We see Bobby's phone flying out of their pocket, and as it does, you see notification Gumbo. We go over to the vault, and we see a polar bear, unconscious, and we see a phone vibrate. But Nikolai does not lock his phone, so you see a gif of Gumbo tipping his hat to the two of you.
Though the wind is very cold, you hold me, try to melt my soul. Makes it harder to say goodbye. Your whirling hair and tender eyes makes me feel as cold as ice. Anyway, I say goodbye. In my dreams, we were meant to be, but everything feels wrong. The sky is gray, times are changing. This is the end of everything, but it's hard to say goodbye. In my dreams, we were meant to be, but everything feels wrong. Just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. I tried to see all different kinds of paths, but guess I must be blind. At last we say goodbye.